Okay, today we're going to be doing a beer from, I guess, what you could call a historic or an historic U.S. brewery. It's a Matt Brewing Company, which is in the Adirondacks, West Utica, New York to be exact, at the foothills of the Adirondacks. Basically, when I got into kind of craft beers or just started kind of expanding my horizons with beers, one of the first cases that I got that wasn't like a Miller Lite or a Yingling that was a little bit off the beaten path was Saranac's 12 Beers of Winter. And what Saranac does, it seems like every season I believe they do variety cases, and they put tons of different beers. They brew a lot of different styles of beer and put them in variety cases. Now, a lot of variety cases you'll have, 4 or 6 packs of different styles. This one basically has 2 of each style in 24. And this comes in their Winter 12 Beers of Winter series. Excuse me. This is their Belgian Pale Ale, Saranac Belgian Pale Ale, coming in at 5.4% alcohol by volume. Now, Matt Brewing Company was founded way back in 1888. I had no idea it was that old. I always thought it was somewhat of a newer craft brewery, but I'm dead wrong. It was actually founded by a German immigrant named Francis Xavier Matt. It is the 7th largest craft brewery currently in the United States and the 15th largest overall in the U.S. Saranac is their flagship brand of beer. And a little bit of a historical note, they were one of 4 breweries to brew the infamous Billy beer from the late 70s. Of course, no longer brewed, as my notes just went flying. No longer brewed, but Billy Carter, the brother of President Jimmy Carter, used to advertise for Billy beer. So you can partially blame Matt Brewing Company on that debacle. The style of Belgian Pale Ale, I'm not sure if we've done, I know we've done the strong Pale Ales before with the Brooklyn Locals and a few of the other ones, including Omegang. I don't know if we've done a regular Belgian Pale Ale. They usually come in between 4 and 6% alcohol by volume. This one's 5.4, so it's on the upper range. They're usually kind of light to medium, light to golden amber color. Mild malt and fruit kind of sweetness in these beers. A very sessionable, very drinkable kind of beers. You could have more than one easily. This one in particular uses 2-row barley, also Dutch Munich and wheat. Comes in at 28 IBUs. And for the hops, they use Pearl, Sapphire, and Amarillo in the brewing process. We're going to use a chalice. This is what you're supposed to drink the Belgian Pale Ales out of, even though this one's from New York. Of course, we all know that you don't have to be in the country that the style has started to enjoy. So let's pour it into our St. Bernardus chalice, and we'll see how it looks. And we see the golden color. This is a little more on the lighter end of the description, and it is very golden, as you can see. Maybe it's actually pouring a little bit darker than it looked like it was going to pour. Basically, very little head on this beer. Just it's kind of dissipating as well, as you can see right here. Just good see-through kind of appearance. A little bit filmy, I guess, is what you can call it. Not really too much going on in the body of this one. So let's get the aroma now of Saranac Belgian Pale Ale. Interesting. I'm getting that hint of that the pale ale smell, the citrusy kind of smell in this beer. Kind of that effervescent kind of almost gingery kind of smell that sometimes you get with these beers. Not quite as potent as the stronger pale ales, but then again, it's not a stronger pale ale. It's a regular Belgian pale ale. Not quite getting that effervescent kind of smell that you usually get from the American pale ales, but still getting it nonetheless. As you can see, the head basically is just completely almost dissipated on this beer. This beer is very light looking, even though it's kind of a dark golden kind of color. So that's very interesting. Just kind of a little island right now in the middle is what I'm seeing of a head, if you want to call it that, which you can actually see. It actually is showing up on camera, so you can really see through this beer. Let's get the taste now of Saranac Belgian Pale Ale. I'm getting that light triple kind of taste to it, banana, bready kind of taste, but then it kind of goes down into a lagery kind of taste to me. It almost has the texture of a lager, but the taste of a triple. How about that? That's what I'm going to say about this one. I don't really taste too much of the booziness of the alcohol, but there is kind of a bitter taste in the back of the tongue when this filters down. Yeah, lots of banana, but just that bitterness that kind of goes down to the back of the tongue. I don't want to say unpleasant, but a little biting and a little not uniform with the beer is what I would say. Still a drinkable beer. I would say it's a decent example of the style. Probably not anything like they do over in Belgium, but probably just a cheap kind of way to say you had a craft beer, a Belgian pale ale, without shelling out the big bucks. I think you can get the cases of the beers of winter for like $25 or something like that. They're really not that much much more expensive than a case of a lot of your macro swill is going to end up costing you. Nothing to write home about. Nothing to say it's awful. But I'm going to have to give Saranac Belgian Pale Ale a 6 out of 10.